23 different ways to describe Brexit without using the word clusterfuck. 1. It's like being the bad guy in a Bruce Willis movie. Doomed from the start. 2. It's like a cheap box of Valentine's Day chocolates from Poundland. Full of broken hearts. 3. It's like that lucky set of underwear you wore back in 1988 on that night when you were batting so far above your average that you still cannot believe it, and thus occasionally still wear them despite the fact they have more holes in them than a Swiss cheese. It's falling apart. 4. It's like the Tories' continued insistence on the austerity policies that have seen so many people die shortly after being declared fit for work. A crying bloody shame. 5. It's like those bendy buses that eat cyclists and burst into fire for no fucking reason, and the congestion charge. Boris is to blame. 6. It's like those pointless political societies at university that allow students to plan how to right all the wrongs in the world by compassion or capitalism, depending on their leanings and the average annual earnings of their parents. To them, it's just a game. 7. It's like a lift containing Piers Morgan, Priti Patel, Jacob Rees-Mogg and Katie Hopkins. Just wrong on every level. 8. It's like The Only Way is Essex, Mrs Brown's Boys, reality TV, Donald Trump, Marmite, Milton Keynes, the Hanger Lane gyratory system, and whoever was responsible for that fucking Baby Shark song. A creation of the devil. 9. It's like the feeling that flows through the nation when a sporting icon is found to have feet of clay and an addiction to what police describe as a white powder believed to be a Class A prohibited drug, and what my mate likes to refer to as Colombian marching powder. Not something in which we revel. 10. It's like that time that you were drunk and texted your ex, and you were both lonely, so you met up for a couple of drinks and then went back to yours, and then the only way was ex-sex. You really shouldn't have gone there. 11. It's like hitting your thumb with your hammer, throwing the hammer down in pain, it bouncing back up into your shin, making you bend over so you crack your head on a shelf, and now you have 3 wounds and only 2 hands to press on them. The only thing you can do is swear. 12. It's like being an eyewitness to the mother of all road traffic accidents. We're watching a massive car crash. 13. It's like going into a lap dancing club with all your mates when you were recently single and currently pissed, and one of the girls looks a lot like your ex to your befuddled eyes. It's going to cost a lot of cash. 14. It's like that feeling you get in the morning after a night of pleasure with a guy you met off the internet. When he kisses you passionately, whispers, "That was great, but my wife is going to be wondering where I am," and leaves. All your hopes turn to ash. 15. It's like standing on top of a mountain and throwing a snowball at your friend which misses and then continues down the mountainside, growing larger and larger as it goes until it becomes an avalanche that wipes out 2 villages, a ski resort and an ancient convent which had survived earthquake, landslide, flood and all manner of natural disasters. Until now. It's a monstrous own goal. 16. It's like buying nylon shirts, bell-bottom jeans with pockets down around your ankles, platform soles and tank tops so garish and bright that they dazzle oncoming traffic. Not the way anyone should roll. 17. It's like waking up at 3 a.m, suffering from an attack of existential dread and wondering, are we alone in the universe, or is there a God out there, some kind of benevolent being watching over us, guiding us, nurturing and leading us towards a promised land of manna and honey, each and every one of us, regardless of race, creed, colour, sexuality, orientation, wealth, place of birth and physical appearance, the chosen ones. Spoiler alert, there isn't, sorry. We're wondering if anyone's in control. 18. It's like being 4 years old and getting your foreskin caught in your trouser zip and being unable to do anything about it yourself, and having to tell the really nice teacher who tells you that it will only hurt for a moment or two but has that look on their face that grown-ups use when they are lying their tits off. It's embarrassing and sore. 19. It's like listening to a poet who was amusing and engaging to start out with, but has decided to regale you with his latest work about different ways of describing Brexit, and has gone on for far too long, and you are desperately trying to remember whether he said 23 different ways or 32, but either way, he's only on 19, and you already want to end your life prematurely rather than hear the rest of it. It's become a fucking bore. 20. It's like the result of the first ever international football match, Greece versus the Roman Empire, Corinth Arena, April 22nd, 146 BC. Kick-off 3 p.m, ticket only, no alcohol or drugs allowed within the arena. We all know Rome won the fight afterwards, but as for the match, no one knows the score. 21. It's like being 93 years old, frail after quite a long spell in hospital, and then deciding to go out driving a really powerful Range Rover. It's a really dumb idea. 22. It's like those dreams you have when everything is misty and nothing makes sense and the walls turn to clouds, and when you run your feet are caught in mud and you can't see for the fog and the way the light shines, creating shadows rather than lighting your view, and you're getting more and more scared and you can't run, and suddenly you wake up. Nothing seems very clear. And that's the lot. And I know this list is only 22 long, and with some of those I've been pushing my luck. But after listening to these, I think you'll agree the best way to describe Brexit is clusterfuck.